All right, guys. So earlier this week, I did a video on the brand new Earfun AirPro 4 Plus, and a lot of you guys in the comment section requested that I do a comparison between those and the Soundpeats H3. Now, the Soundpeats H3 obviously has been one of my favorite pair of true wireless earbuds to come out this year. Both of these pairs kind of hover around $100. If you look on Amazon, it actually shows that the Soundpeats come in at $129, where the Earfun AirPro 4 Plus is supposed to retail for $119. But both of these are on sale right now, where the Soundpeats you can pick up right now for about $117, and the Earfun you can pick up for about $79. So there is a $40 gap at the moment, but for the most part, we're just going to consider both of these true wireless earbuds around $100. And the reason it's a good idea to compare both of these is both of these companies usually give you a lot for your money. Now, both of these are also using multiple drivers. Both of these have active noise canceling. Both of these have the higher end Bluetooth codecs that they're compatible with. And again, the price tag kind of puts them side by side, so I think it's a really good idea to compare both of these. Now, I am going to say right off the bat, as far as noise canceling goes, I wouldn't consider either one of these to be super strong when it comes to noise canceling. I would definitely not compare them to the more expensive pairs that are from Sony, Bose. So if you're looking at these for noise canceling, I would just say that you could probably do a much better job looking elsewhere. So let's go ahead and move over to the design of these. Now, they both have completely different looks. The Soundpeats H3 looks more like a mix between a regular pair of true wireless earbuds and a pair of in-ear monitors, or IEMs. It just has that curved look that looks like it's made to fit right into your ear canal, where the Earfun actually looks just like a normal pair of stem style earbuds. There's nothing really flashy about the Earfun, where the Soundpeats kind of have a gold look. Definitely stands out a lot more than the Earfun earbuds do. Both of these do use touch controls, and I am happy to say that both of these do allow you to control everything. So that is definitely a huge plus. And then if you do plan on using either one of these outdoors, they both do come in with the exact same IPX5 rating. So they do have the same amount of water protection. So not anything that you would want to submerge into water, but both of these you're going to be fine if they get splashed on or if you sweat heavily or anything like that. Now, moving over to the cases, both of these, they're both just normal size. They're both definitely pocketable. One's not really extremely large or obnoxious or anything like that. But the huge difference is the case on the Earfun supports Qi wireless charging, where the case on the Soundpeats H3 does not. Now, moving over to the drivers that both of these have. Now, like I said, both of these do have multiple drivers, where the Earfun AirPro 4 Plus only has a 10mm dynamic driver mixed with a single balanced armature driver, which they did design themselves. They did design this to be very small to kind of fit into this acoustic architecture inside the cavity of the earbuds. It's basically giving it more space, and it's supposed to make these sound more open, where the Soundpeats H3 is actually using 3 drivers. It's using a larger 12mm dynamic driver and then 2 balanced armature drivers. So if you look at it, Soundpeats is trying to have the dynamic driver kind of handle the low end, and then one of the balanced armature drivers handling the mids, and then the other one handling the treble, which is supposed to kind of keep these from having any kind of congestion or muddiness, because you have drivers handling each thing separately. But all of this we'll talk about once we get to the sound. Let's go ahead and move over into the tech of these. Again, this is another area where there's a lot of similarities, but there are quite a bit of differences. As far as Bluetooth technology, the Earfun does have the newer tech, having Bluetooth 6.0, where the Soundpeats H3 is using Bluetooth 5.4. So both of these do support multi-point connection, so you can connect to more than one device at a time. They both are high-res wireless certified because they have LDAC support. Both of these support Snapdragon sound if you have a device that's actually capable of this. And both of these have aptX lossless, but the big difference here is the Earfun AirPro 4 Plus supports LE Audio and Auracast. And Auracast is a technology that's fairly new, but it is something that you will start to see more in airports maybe even restaurants, but definitely convention centers or anywhere where you might be going to see a concert, because this is technology that's allowing you to have audio, let's say at a concert. That audio is going to be pumped into your ears instead of you having to rely on the speakers. Same thing if you're at a speaking event, you'll be able to hear it better because, again, it's being pumped into your earbuds. So I do like this technology, and that is a huge plus that the earphones have this. Now, the battery life on both of these, this is another area where there is a pretty big difference. But I think the reason for this is the Soundpeats is having to push more drivers, so the battery life is weaker on it, coming in at only 7 hours on the earbuds and about 37 hours total using the case, where the Earfun is going to give you 12 hours on the earbuds and about 54 hours total using the case. Now, do keep in mind, if you are going to use either one of these with the noise canceling on or the LDAC on, the battery life is going to take a huge dip, but both of these do have a fast charging feature where, again, the Earfun has the advantage because on a 10-minute charge, you can get 3 hours of use, where with the Soundpeats H3, a 10-minute charge is going to get you about 2 hours. So you are getting an extra hour just with a quick 10-minute charge with the Earfun, but both of these, it's just nice that they have that fast charging in general. Now, if you are going to use these for taking phone calls, I actually kind of consider these to both have very similar quality. They both are using 6 microphones total. They both have environmental noise canceling with the mics so that when you're taking a phone call, it's focusing in on your voice and doing what it can to just kind of block out a lot of your surroundings. But you guys can be a judge by hearing a quick side-by-side test here. So here is a quick mic test outdoors using the Earfun Air Pro 4 Plus. It is a slightly windy day. I can definitely hear some traffic off to my right side, but this is just to give you an idea of what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. I came outdoors real quick to do a quick mic test using the Soundpeats H3. I do hear like an air conditioner unit off to the side. It's not really like a windy day. But really, this is just to give you an idea of what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's talk about the sound, which in my opinion is the most important thing if you're going to be looking or comparing two different audio products. And both of these actually give you two different approaches to listening to your music. And I feel like both of these, even though they're excellent at all genres, I didn't feel like these lacked either way. They do still kind of excel in their own right for specific genres more than the other. And with saying that, I am going to say that the Soundpeats H3, in my opinion, kind of had more of an analog feel to it, where I feel like the Earfun is just a more powerful earbud. It's louder. The bass is a lot more aggressive. I do feel like the treble is brighter in the Earfun, where I feel like the H3, because of it having that natural feel, the treble feels a little bit warm. Same thing with the vocalist. The vocalists just sound a little bit more natural. The bass has quite a bit of impact, but it's quick. It's not trying to hang around. It's not trying to give you that subwoofer type effect, where the Earfun is definitely trying to give you the subwoofer type effect. But the huge plus is the Earfuns do not get congested. It doesn't get muddy. It doesn't allow the bass to just come in and destroy everything. So again, where that benefits is in the genres you're going to listen to. I feel like with pop and hip hop, the Earfuns are definitely the way to go just because it's a more fun sound. But if you're going to listen to things where there's a lot going on, a lot more instruments, or if you want more of a live sound, that is where I would point you in the direction of the Soundpeats H3. So, it kind of shows you the strengths of both of these. They don't lack in anything. I feel like the mids and the treble are great on both. Again, I just feel like it has a warmer, more natural approach with the H3, and it's more lively and brightened up on the Earfun. Again, I think that's why I feel like the H3s have that analog feel and the Earfuns have more of a digital feel. You can tell that they're trying to pump things up. You can tell it's trying to be aggressive, and the H3 is taking kind of a more laid back approach. So my overall opinion, and to sum up this video, is I'd say that there's no clear winner here. And I think a lot of it's going to just kind of come down to the user itself. I am going to say if you're just looking for features in general and you just want incredible battery life and you want Qi wireless charging, I would definitely say just go with the Earfun. But if you want to be a little bit more critical about what you're listening to, or maybe you just listen to a lot of different genres and you want something that sounds Again, more natural, something a little bit closer to what listening to CDs or, records back in the day. I would say that is where you would want to go with the H3. And that's kind of the area that I fall into. If I'm going to just listen to pop and hip hop and I want something to just like get me pumped up and something to be dynamic, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the Earfun. But my personal preference and just something that fits a sound signature that I like, and again, if I'm looking for an audio product, that's what's important. This is where I would kind of gravitate towards the Soundpeats H3. Sound quality wise, it just fits, me a little bit better than the Earfun does. But again, this is nitpicking, and they both have their strengths. And if you look at the price tag, the Earfun at this moment comes in at about $40 cheaper. So for a lot of people, that might already make your decision for you. But again, both of these I would just consider earbuds that are right around $100. I think they both have excellent value, and you definitely get your money's worth with either one of these. But guys, that wraps up my video and my comparison between the Soundpeats H3 and the Earfun AirPro 4 Plus. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.